Wrestling fans get set. You're talking about a matchup. We got one right here as Steve Skyfire going to take on Eddie Golden. And Eddie Golden goes all the way back to the very beginning of the NCAA company and lost a loser-leave town match to Jesse Taylor. And now, Getz, I know you know both of these men well, and this ought to be one hell of a matchup.
I'm looking forward to it. Steve Skyfire, an incredibly agile high flyer. And Wild Thing Eddie Golden, the nephew of Jimmy Golden, also known as Bunkhouse Buck, from a very famous wrestling family. Talking about the Goldens and the Fullers, you're going way back in the history of professional wrestling in the southeastern part of the United States. And with the Golden blood in him, Golden is one heck of a competitor.
And here we go. Crisscross action here as Golden goes up and over. Leapfrog by Skyfire, and he's caught. And Eddie Golden goes for the ride right here on Wildside.
Great exchange by both men. They've wrestled one another numerous times, so they're very familiar with each other's styles and moves. So it's a true test to be able to come up with new moves to catch your opponent off guard since they've seen it before.
Skyfire, you're talking about a high flyer for his size. This guy can go to the top rope and use it with the best of them. And here we go for the ride one more time. Big shoulder smash by Skyfire as he goes off the far rope. Leapfrog. And he's caught by Skyfire as Golden is in trouble here on Wildside. And he's dropped into that reverse power bomb.
Eddie Golden tried a blind leapfrog, but Skyfire saw it coming, was able to catch him up on his shoulders and take him down.
On the ride goes Golden, and he catches his boots. Haymaker to the side of the head as Golden goes for the ride, ducks the clothesline, turns around, boot to the midsection, and he cinches him up, and he catches him, big suplex.
Nice variation of the suplex, took him around and over and then down. Makes it harder for Golden to defend it against because you don't know which way you're going once he lifts you up in the air.
Skyfire back up to the vertical base along with Golden. Golden with the reversal, turns around and he's caught into the face buster with a hammerlock. That was an original move if I've ever seen one.
Well, now Skyfire doing a little dance. That's not going to win him any matches, but that standing moonsault will, very impressive.
Oh, for a big man. This guy weighs around, what, 230, I would say? I didn't get the measurements.
233 pounds from Daytona Beach, Florida, which he's billed as the coolest beach in the world. I don't know about that. Oh, moonsault again, no one home.
And Golden back up, and he's caught him into that pile driver.
You see how quickly Golden went to the offensive. As soon as he rolled out of the way and Skyfire hit the mat, he was up on his feet and ready to catch Skyfire in that pile driver.
Don't take nothing away from Eddie Golden. He is the wrestling technician. This guy can go with the best of them into the rear chin lock. And this right here will cut off the circulation of Skyfire where he's going to have trouble breathing, so therefore he's going to run out of air quickly.
Yeah, he's going to run out of air. He's going to run out of gas. He's going to get blown up real quick. And Eddie Golden will have that much more of an advantage. There's a hair pull by Skyfire.
Oh, and you would see it.
He has to resort to cheating in order to beat Eddie Golden, if you ask me.
Eddie Golden been around a long time, like you said before. He's got family all in the wrestling profession. The Stud Stable, I remember them all the way back to the Continental Wrestling days in Alabama.
Oh, yeah, you talk about Alabama, Pensacola, Florida, Knoxville, Tennessee, the Fullers, the Goldens, and the Welches, and that whole extended family has had their hand just about every major promotion in the United States. Now Skyfire finds himself against the ropes, but able to flip Eddie Golden over now, going to work on Golden while Golden's outside on the apron.
Man, what a hammer forearm there. Off with a big drop kick. And Golden right onto that ring barricade and does not move. Look, keep your eye on Skyfire. Big baseball slide, nobody at home. And he's going to put him into that ring barricade.
Hey, turnabout's fair play. Golden found himself face dropped throat first on the barricade, and now he returns the favor.
Here we go for the ride. Into that barricade one more time. And man, you talking about violence here on Wildside. These two guys are going to take it to a different level, so to speak, to try to make a name for themselves here on Wildside. Because, you know, Al, like Eddie Golden coming back after a year in that loser leave town match, just like starting all over.
Yeah, you basically have to work your way up the ladder from scratch. There's nothing to do about it. Now Skyfire flips over the ropes and right into a clothesline.
He's got two. No, I thought he had it right there. That was a nice move for a big man that weighs around 230.
I already said 233. Don't you listen to me, Steve? Why am I talking if you're not even listening to me? What's the point? I should just leave and let you have to carry this whole match by yourself and watch you fail miserably.
Al, I missed it by 3 pounds. Come on.
Well, you had a big dinner, so you know.
There we go. We've got to try to get along. I know it's not easy because we never see eye to eye on anything, but nevertheless.
I don't have to try to do anything. I'm in with Barons.
Let me write this down. 233 pounds.
That's right. Daytona Beach, Florida.
Golden caught by Skyfire. And for the ride he goes. Hard into that turnbuckle. Skyfire with nobody home. And he eats that turnbuckle with his lower midsection, we'll say.
Well, you know, that's what happens when you try all this flipping high-flying stuff, where instead he should have just run over and punched him in the mush. Instead, he got up in the air, and Golden was able to get out of the way, and there was no one home for Skyfire.
And you got to keep your eye on Golden, because this guy will do anything to score that pinfall. And, man, the legs was knocked out from under him, as Skyfire has got him in that rear chin lock and drops him on the back of his head.
So kind of basically a reverse DDT off the top rope. Only able to get a 2 count, though. Thought he might have had him there, but Skyfire's had a lot taken out of him in this match. Unable to put the finishing touch on Eddie Golden.
Skyfire going up top one more time. The 233-pounder from Daytona Beach, Florida.
All right, you got it right. I'm proud of you. About time.
And he's all the way up top. Big senton bomb and nobody home.
Going for the senton bomb and nobody home. Eddie Golden now working his way back up to his feet. He's going to take the opportunity. Whipping Skyfire across the rope, comes in for a clothesline. No one there. Skyfire is up off the rope, comes back with an elbow.
Big handspring elbow. Boy, that was nice. It really was. And Golden going for the tights. Going for a chain, it looks like to me.
I didn't see that.
And you wouldn't. He's got him up, and he's going to cold cock him with that chain. Referee Jimmy Rivers down for the count. And we got 2, and we got 3 right here on Wildside. Eddie Golden victorious here after a year of absence as he lost the Loser League Town match. But now, Getz, you got to admit, he come back stronger than ever.
Oh, without a doubt, great to see him back here in Wildside. Big victory in his return engagement and a big loss for Skyfire.
Steve Skyfire, maybe another day. Eddie Golden, victorious here on Wildside.